In fact, I would rather be surprised if that doesn't happen with you. People who are serving as our mentors, or people who have achieved something incredible, or people we look up to, because they are the ones who have already done something that you and me wish to achieve. We find there is one thing which is absolutely common in all of them. Just try this exercise once. Another thing happens when you're trying these things consistently, and that is the power of compounding. There are certain tasks which are important and integral for our growth, and therefore they have to be done no matter what. Hi, friends, welcome to the Productivity Hack series with your friend and educator, Dr. Sparsh Gupta. You are not alone, and I wish you to remind yourself of this particular fact on a regular basis. What I intend to tell you when I'm saying the word that you are not alone is that whenever you're going to be starting off with your preparation, whenever somebody tells you to read through the textbooks, whenever you have to make a movement towards the reading room or the library, not every time would be a situation that you feel really excited to do the same. आप हर बार ऐसा नहीं करोगे कि लाइब्रेरी जाते बहुत उत्साहित महसूस करो, बहुत एक्साइटेड फील करो, बहुत एनर्जेटिक फील करो. Every time you're going through the books, you may not be able to remember a lot of things in the first read, or for that matter even in the second read as well. But this is something which is absolutely normal. So wherever you are in any part of the world, wherever you are studying in a medical school, this is something which is an absolutely normal thing. In fact, I would rather be surprised if that doesn't happen with you. Then you need to get yourself checked, for you may be a genius as well. Coming back to what most of us face, whenever we have to go to the library, whenever we have to go to the reading room, it is very difficult for majority of us to take that first step. If I use that in the terms of physics, there is something that most of you heard of, inertia. So to make an object from a static position to a dynamic position, you require a lot of energy. And the same thing happens with our minds as well. So whenever we are going to be looking at people who are serving as our mentors, or people who have achieved something incredible, or people we look up to, because they are the ones who have already done something that you and me wish to achieve, we find there is one thing which is absolutely common in all of them. And what is that one thing? They tend to do things even when they don't want to. Listen to my words again. They do the things time and again, even when they don't want to. So even when they are having a similar feeling, that they are feeling bored, they are feeling it as a mundane task, they don't feel like doing it, they don't give up at a mental level. What majority of the people do is, and that is where a majority of the people are likely to falter, is that they would try to give in to their whims and fancies. If I'm not interested, if I'm not liking something, I may quit it. This is what happens with 99% of the people. But for that 1% of the people who are going to be big achievers, they do it in spite of all the negativity, in spite of all the boredom, knowing very well that they're not interested in. I'll just cite a simple example. Especially at the time of winters, when you are having a wonderful deep sleep, you wish to get up in the morning. How many of you are actually very comfortable getting out of your blankets? हम सब अपनी रजाई से निकलते हुए त्राहिमाम करते हैं. It's a very, very difficult time for majority of us. But if you are, let us say, a sports person, or if you happen to be a student who wishes to finish off a chapter, or if you wish to do some kind of an activity early in the morning, this is something which you have to do. Just try this exercise once. The moment you are going to bed, be it 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or 12 o'clock, just remind yourself 10 times, actively recalling the fact that you have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. There's a high probability, to the extent of even 100%, that at one fraction of a time, when your eyes open up, you would find the clock showing you a time of 5:30. आप जितनी ज़्यादा बार सोच के सोएंगे एक्टिवली कि मुझे उस समय पे उठना है, आपका ब्रेन इतना पावरफुल ऑर्गन है, वो आपको एक बार 100% 5:30 बजे उठा ही देगा. Another thing happens when you're trying these things consistently, and that is the power of compounding. Let us take that classical example where you are supposed to do a work which is one, a work which is having a value of one. Now, if you just improve yourself by 1% on a daily basis, Do not have a comparison with somebody else. It's a comparison with your own self. So today you are going to be, let us say, 1% better than what you intended to be. So that becomes 1.01. And you do it on a regular basis. You do it 365 days a year. What you find is a marvelous result. Just an improvement of 0.01% consistently over a period of 1 year increases your output by almost 38 times. The reverse, unfortunately, is also true. If I am lacking by just about zero point zero 0.01, right? So that is going to be responsible for the number coming out to be 0.99, and 0.99 into 0.99. That means just a lag of 0.01 on a daily basis for 1 year just gives me an output which is going to be 0.03. Can you understand the difference in the concept of compounding? A reduction of 0.01 is giving you a yield of 0.03. An increment of 0.01 is giving an yield of 38. So that's a huge, huge difference. Far, far more than what you find in case of a normal or so-called average student or an ordinary student vis-a-vis a student who happens to be extraordinary to you. वो जो extraordinariness आपको दिख रही है, उसमें amount of quantum of input that is required is not significantly different. On a daily basis, you are putting 0.99, the other guy puts up 1.01. It's a difference of only 0.02. But done on a regular basis and done on the effect of compounding, after 1 year, the difference is between 0.03 and 37.8. This is what you have to tell your mind. This is what you have to understand. The sooner you understand it, the better it is for your own improvement in your performance. So, what are the three take home things? First, let us try to overcome the inertia of laziness at the earliest. Second, we have to understand that there are certain tasks which are important and integral for our growth, and therefore they have to be done no matter what. And your mind is a powerful machine, it's a powerful tool which will help you do it. And third, this has to be done in a disciplined manner, in a consistent manner, and the power of compounding would then set in, which just by this mathematical example will tell you how strongly the effect of compounding is going to increase your output and your results. Try it out once and do let me know how has this been working in your favor and what are the other things that have been working in your favor to achieve the desired outcomes. As always, do take very good care of your health. Best wishes.